Let's learn a little bit about the diminished chord. So we're seeing a diminished chord in our guitar aerobics on those exercises where we do these little mini chords. This one. Let's just understand why that chord is there. It's think of these chords as the major scale. So it's like do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So there's some tension from ti, do. Like if you do the major scale. So if you didn't finish it, it would sound kind of crazy to stop there. So that chord or note has some tension in it, and it wants to resolve, it wants to finish the scale. So that's why that sounds kind of on the edge of your seat. Okay, so this little shape here is a triangle shape. And but we're really missing one note for the chord. It would be this one here. So in tablature language, that would be 13, 14, 13, 14. So I'll rebuild it like this. It's kind of like good night. Okay, so that's kind of how, one way we can understand why it exists. Let's take it down an octave to first and second frets. So that's going to be index middle on first fret. Index is on the fourth string. Middle is on the second string of the first fret. Fourth string, second string. I just want to make sure you got this right. Ring and pinky are on second fret, third string, and first string. So I want to make sure we got that just right. And you'll see that in plenty of songbooks we'll have this chord right here. And you could resolve it to a G if you're looking for somewhere to go with it. So it does look like a D7. It's almost D7, which has the same kind of quality of that pushing to the G. There's a D7. Now we just make it diminish. It's pretty close. Except it's got that D sharp in it. So, let's mess around. Let's have a little fun with that weird chord. Just have fun with it. So get used to that shape. Now, an interesting fact about diminished chords: each note in this chord can be considered a root. So this is actually 4 different diminished chords. It's D sharp diminished, A diminished, C diminished, and F sharp diminished. That's pretty cool. So there's 4 chords. If we go up 1 fret, we get 4 more, which is E, A sharp, C sharp, and G diminished. And if we go 1 more chord, we get one more fret. It gives us 4 more chords: F, B, D, and G sharp diminished. So to summarize, these 3 are theoretically all 12 keys, because there's only 12 notes, 12 keys, and there they are. There's 4, 4, and 4. Pretty interesting. Now that's cool. So you really don't need to learn the whole neck You don't need to learn them all over the neck, but let's do it anyway. Here's the trick. If we go to this first one we talked about, the first fret and second fret, diminished chord, I think it's important to arpeggiate it. If you just strum it cowboy campfire style, yeah, okay. But to me it's much more interesting to listen to each individual note. Okay, here comes the big trick. Here's the rule. With these, when you move them, I recommend skipping 2 frets and landing here. So we're based at the first and second frets. Let's just call it first fret. Now we're going to jump up to the 4th and 5th frets, which we'll just call it 4th fret. Listen to this. These are the same letter notes as this. Same. Let's just prove it. D sharp, A, C, F sharp up here. F sharp, C, D sharp, A. So the rule is you skip 2 frets when you move it. So we'll skip these 2 frets, go from 4th to 7th fret. And here we go. We got A, D sharp, F sharp, C. So I'll start over. Again, we'll skip 2 frets, which is A, F, C, F sharp, A, and D sharp. And again, we'll skip these 2 frets and land here. And you can keep going. So it keeps adding tension. It just sounds, when's it gonna stop? Like I say, on the edge of your seats. I guess if you're making a soundtrack for a scene in a TV show, and there's, you're trying to build suspension with, the villain has taken a hostage and he's gonna do something heinous to the hostage, and the hero's coming to save the day, and will it, and they're kind of messing with time, it's like next week on Charlie's Angels, sort of a thing, Then you can resolve it wherever, the correct chord, whatever that is. Sounds like G major is a good target for this. My band Surf Zombies uses that on our latest record, Return of the Skeleton. The title song is Return of the Skeleton. The album was kind of all recorded, and I think I just, at the last minute, kind of said, hey, here's something I've got cooking here. And the guy said, whoa, we got to put that on the record. And it was the Return of the Skeleton song. And it does have those diminished. Let's see if I can remember my part. The verse goes. I guess, okay, then that's the verse. Then the chorus. Oops. That's pretty hard. Who wrote that? Anyway, it does use those. And that song is pretty hard to play. But if you want to hear some diminished chords in progress, maybe I can put a link to the song Return of the Skeleton. And you can hear them. Cool. Well, there you go. I don't really know much more about diminished chords than that, other than you can turn them into some hellacious arpeggios. I'm sure there's a lot more to know about diminished chords. I'm not sure I want to know anymore. All right. Cool. Well, there you go, man. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe. Thank you.